Anna Christina with the Resilience Builders. I wasn't even going to do this, and then I thought, yeah, I'm just going to jump on. So this day started at 7 a.m. I was starting my very first interview today. It's about the 15th interview so far for the Women's Responder Resilience Summit. And the first interview today happened to be at 7 a.m. I had another one at noon and another one at 3. So here's what's exciting about this is when you have a dream, when you have a heart call, it's not about the impossibility or how it seems impossible at the beginning, because a lot of times when we have a dream, it's so far up above us that we have no idea how we would be able to do it. We just know that we're supposed to be doing it. We just know that there's a big burning why inside of us. I want to do this because I'm called to help this group. I'm called to do this thing. I'm called to serve in this way. And you may not have a comfort level with it. You may not think that you know enough. You may not think that you're qualified, and yet you've been called to do this. You have this still small voice inside of you that's calling you to it. So I wanted to just run through 3 different steps on the fly. Today I was just thrilled finishing these interviews and knowing that I have not met any one of these women personally. And of all the speakers that I have speaking at my summit, I've only met 2 people. So far, I've only met 2 people in person. So here's the thing, is we get to press past the discomfort. So the first thing that I would say is to make your dreams come true is press past the discomfort. Press past all the naysayers. And a lot of the naysayers might be external. A lot of the naysayers might be internal. So press past the discomfort, press into the discomfort and say, I know that this is what I was built to do. So I'm going to take the first step. What could a first step look like? What could a first step sound like? What could a first step feel like? And press past the discomfort, number 1. Number 2, step into the river. Instead of staying stuck on the shore. I read a poem with a friend and client of mine this morning, and there was a phrase in there about letting go of the shore. So that's going to be really the second step, letting go of the shore and trusting that this is a call on your life, trusting that this is a call on your heart, trusting that even though it doesn't 100% make sense and you don't know all the steps, that you're going to go ahead and let go of the shore and float. Allow yourself to float into that next best thing, that next step on your journey that is your life. So let go of the shore. So press into the discomfort, let go of the shore. I didn't write any bullets or notes, which I usually do. And number 3, hope, faith, and believe. So many of the really high-end, results-based trainers, coaches, gurus, sometimes they focus exclusively on the results. The really good ones, though, focus on the progress as you're going for the results. They focus on the process as you're moving into the check mark that you've been there, done that. So the really, really good, grounded, foundational people that are teaching you and training you won't just focus on the results. They won't just focus on the check mark, which a lot of people do. They focus on the process and the progress that you're making on the journey. They're marking the miles, the mile marker, on the highway. They're marking the miles. They're celebrating the triumphs. We did this this last Saturday. I had a huge triumph on Saturday morning, and I had a very big week last week. This summit that I'm preparing is very much of a marathon. It's a 3-month process of something that I've never in my life done and never in my life wanted to do, and was challenged by a mentor and a coach. So it's very much of a marathon, and I'm more of a sprinter. If you know me or have known me for any amount of time, you know that I'm more of a sprinter. And so the whole marathon thing is different for me. What we want to do is celebrate the mile markers. Celebrate that you were able to say no and set a boundary. Celebrate that you were able to press in and move forward on something that scared you. Celebrate that you took the time and the space and the intentionality to write an email or to write a few bullet points before you make a phone call that needed to confront a situation that was happening. Celebrate that. Celebrate that. Celebrate the triumph that nobody else will ever know, that you've been working on your healing and you don't have those same old crappy old emotions that you used to have. And now you're having different kinds of emotions. Celebrate that, the tangible and the intangible. So Saturday, we haven't eaten out. We've done a couple of drive-throughs. Literally, I can count on one hand the couple of drive-throughs that we've done since COVID lockdowns in April. And on Saturday, I just really wanted to celebrate. It was a big milestone. I'd gotten done with over half of the interviews for the summit, and it's been quite the journey. And I had a terrific coaching call with somebody who really got it. They were really willing, they were really ready, and they wanted to make those changes in their life. And I had front row seats to watch the healing, and I thought, Wilson, we need to go to one of our favorite restaurants. So what we did is I did a carry out at one of our favorite restaurants, and we haven't been there for, at least 9 months, 10 months, 11 months. And it was lovely, and it was a celebration. We marked that. It was a mile marker. So it's time. It's time. What can happen if you step into your dream, or that dream that you used to have and think you're too old, or think you're too busy, or think you're too tired? It's a matter of setting your priorities, looking at your priorities and saying, what it really is my priority? Is it binge watching on Netflix, or is it taking 15 minutes a day to read this book that I've been meaning to read, or to watch this podcast that I know always lifts me up, or to jump on YouTube and learn something new that I've been wanting to learn, right? We get to choose. We get to choose our priorities. We get to choose our priorities. So it's this idea, right, of pressing into the discomfort, step one. Number two, let go of the shore. Let go of the shore. Allow yourself to go into that dream, into that flow, and follow the steps. And number three, it's about hope, faith, and belief. It's that hope, faith, and belief bringing you to the different mile markers and being able to celebrate along the way. It's about really focusing on the journey, the progress, the process, and moving into that, and allowing that dream to come to its fulfillment. It might take days, it might take weeks, it might take years. And these steps are the same, no matter the amount of time that it takes. Sometimes you lose steam, sometimes you lose fuel, and years later, decades later, you're thinking, I always wanted to do blank. I always knew that I was meant for blank, and now it seems like I'm too old, it's too late, I can't follow this through. Well, here's the deal. You're never too old as long as you're alive. Sorry for that noise in the background if you can hear it. There's some huge construction going on across the street. It's never too late. It's never too late. You find a way. You find a way. It's time to find the way. It's time to step into that which you've been wanting to do. It's time to take a look at your priorities and go for it. This is Anna Christina with the Resilience Builders. We share tools of hope so that we can get encouraged, get equipped, and get it unexpected refreshing. I'll see you in the next video.